Hi, my name is Savannah Cherry, and this is my project Isolation. I started off by observing the function of the hand and the positions it could make through drawn studies. I came to realize how important the thumb was in these positions. Besides being visually different, the thumb has less joints, more freedom in movement, and it helps a hand hold objects. It is different and isolated from the rest of the fingers, so I decided to continue with this investigation. Second, I experimented with corner pieces and how I could show isolation through those. I decided I wanted to use every size stick I was given to make my box. I chose the corner piece that clearly showed separation between each stick and direction. The first draft of my box on Rhino with this design gives a sense of a box within a box. The single horizontal beam on top sits alone and also serves the function of being a beam to hang my wire hand from. I revised the box some by adding new sticks on the long sides to give it more asymmetry. The assembly sheet on the right allowed me to organize and separate all the pieces I needed to build it. Once built, I played with the lighting and shadow some. The shadow from the image on the right shows all the natural shapes and holes in the box that give it a symmetrical feel while still being asymmetrical on the sides. I had a very specific view in mind when adding cladding to my box. I wanted to only highlight the thumb in certain views while hiding it in others to show the four fingers. This way I was able to emphasize the differences between their functions. Looking at my diagram and section cuts, you can clearly see each side of the box and how perspective will come into play. In my 10 by 10 foot site, I put the box on a tall pedestal in the center of the space to allow the viewer to move around in a circular pattern to see all the sides of the box, including the top. When putting vellum on my physical model, I played around with tacks, dental floss, and metal wire. I decided to fold the vellum around the wooden sticks and use tacks to keep it in place. They are bold without being overwhelming. Once the vellum was added, I was then able to identify how my new wire hand needed to be positioned. I wanted only the thumb to be visible through the hole in the front view and the hole in the back view. In order for that to happen, my hand had to hang on a diagonal. My light source comes from the top corner opposite of the thumb, while the thumb gets the most direct light. I represented the thumb in a 3D form by wrapping the wire in circles, while the four fingers look more 2D with one single wire. Unlike the thumb, the four fingers can be viewed from multiple different perspectives, the main one being from the top view. What part of the hand you see is all about the perspective you look at it from. When you can only see the thumb or four fingers in certain views, it is clear that the thumb is meant to be different and more important. It is isolated and stands alone from the other four fingers, and that is what my project is all about. These 5 words were the most important ideas in my project through the investigation of the wire hand and bounding box. That is all, and thank you for listening.